My name is Harsh, and I'm a first year UW student, an information management student. And I come from a background where I've worked in enterprise applications and teams. And I have a problem which I think is worth solving. And I just wanted to get some insights from everybody, and obviously stand in front of the mic and just put it out there as an idea. That's something that everyone can talk about. So the premise here is engineers are always incentivized to solve the problem, and especially senior engineers, they're never incentivized to document whatever they've resolved. And a lot of context is actually sitting in Slack, Teams, a lot of meetings, that one-on-one meetings that everyone has. And by the time they come to the resolution, right, they have not really thought through the documentation process. Overall, the institution never really learns. It's just the person learns, and then if someone new is coming and solving the same problem, it takes them more time. So I just wanted to ask. That's why I mentioned ending the Slack graveyard. How do you? I just want to pick your brain to find out, like, how do you get measurable insights for a good documentation from Slack chats or transcripts from meetings? How do you go about it? Does anyone want to take a shot at whatever comes to your mind first?
I have a lot of beef with Slack. It's like you said, it's a graveyard. Things get lost all the time. But in my previous experience, we've always used Atlassian Confluence, but now I'm starting to become frustrated with Confluence also because it's so slow. Half the time things don't load. They have put a lot of the compute on the browser side, so I constantly have like 50 tabs open, so it crashes. So I'm sort of stuck between using Slack and Confluence, and they both don't work. Mostly because in Slack, their whole value prop was, you can put anything in there, and you can, keep that as a running thing to asynchronously communicate with the team. And I have a team that's based out of India and Vietnam, and I'm here on the West Coast, so it works. However, things get lost, right? And documentation, like you said, senior engineers don't want to do it. Even when we have things like Granola and ChatGPT to build documentation, or Notebook LLM and the Google Workspace, they're all fragmented. So now I'm using 6 different softwares, right? And they all have their issues.
Thank you for that. Maybe I should have started with that because I felt this was a pain point, and glad to hear that this is a pain point still. And I think it's only exacerbated with AI, because you can generate a lot of slop, a lot of content, but is it actually really meaningful? Does it really help another engineer solve the problem? I'd like to hear your insights. Maybe before the solution, right? I would really like to see if anyone else has this problem. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Prab is facing, as well as I am and have seen.
I have the mic, so I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
So in my experience, yes, I do understand that it's the person that learns, and sometimes not the organization that's get benefited from the new process, or basically the documentation that could have been there. In my recent experience, I've seen a lot of people use Otter.ai. It's basically an application that records your meetings. Records in the sense like it gives you a transcription of your meeting. So whatever you talk about, it's going to summarize that in like a textual format, and it will share it with everybody in the team who has joined the meeting. I guess you can use that to create documentation. I mean, if it is only from the meetings.
Okay.
But the Slack side of things are going to be kind of tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, for the meetings, yes, I guess there are tools that you can use to transcribe. You can understand whatever was talked about, and you can potentially create a document out of it using some agentic model. I don't think so that's going to be a big thing at this point from the meetings though. But if it is on Slack or any other distributed system, like he said, he's using multiple applications, then it's likely going to be tricky, because then you'll have to go into the messaging and stuff and fetch data from all the sources to be able to accumulate something, which I think would be complicated to document something like for a formal use in future. But if it is only about the meetings, that I guess that can be achieved at this point, some or the other way. Like I'm not really sure if there's a product already out there, but I do know that Otter AI and stuff like these, they can, record the meeting sessions and give you a transcription, a very decent summary of what whoever spoke about what. So you can use that to build something like a document.
Thank you.
Maybe, something like that.
I had just one question as a follow-up, Adam, if that's okay. In Otter AI, there is context with the transcripts, of course, that really helps. But does Otter AI also let you capture screenshots in critical moments where the problems actually discussed or solved?
So
Have you used the product?
I'm yet to test it in the day. Like I've just used the free available version that is there. I'm not really sure if they have like a paid version that takes screenshots and stuff. But yeah, I mean, just the tech side of it, I've seen like that part of it is decently good because it like transcribes almost everything that you speak in the meeting. So yes, but yeah, the screenshot part of it, I will have to look into that.
Anybody else?
Hi. So, just sticking to the problem first. I don't think personally, based on my experience, it's not Slack only, right? It's essentially information decisions, and it comes from all different sources, right? Emails, meetings, Slack, everywhere. And there are two themes that I have observed based on my work, and if anyone can solve it, that would be amazing, is one, what to keep and what to throw. Who makes this decision? So usually it's a contextual decision that humans, us, we're gonna make, but can AI make it easy for us, right? Anytime, anywhere, hey. In the Slack, I can talk on one topic with a colleague for like 30, 40 minutes, but outcome and final key points, why that outcome would be very short of it,
Exactly.
right? So that's one. And the second thing is, so make it, if you can make in time series. Every one of us work on very different things, right? But every topic has time series of, kind of decisions in my point that happen at very different time, and they get changed. I may talk to a colleague today on Slack or email on topic, we take a decision, we move on, but things change, they're fluid, right? And we may decide differently in a week down the road, right? And I wish my other team member had known, and why so, right? So again, that knowledge that builds on a specific theme of context, right, that we are building over the time by taking decisions, various decisions, how do we get it collected? So that is what I feel like it's worth sharing if someone new comes in or anyone else is coming in what I'm working in. Otherwise, I'm constantly looking at myself, talking to people, explaining the same thing or documenting it. And that's where when we are moving fast and furious, it becomes completely out of whack. And that's where the overload happens, right? So
that was the whole idea. The thought was when this tool is built, or based on our discussions, if at all, someone goes ahead and builds it, right, it has to be tools agnostic, because a lot of people use Atlassian tools. Someone might use Microsoft, like Azure DevOps, and then Teams, and they would come up with the same set of problems because it's at the back end the same set of tools, but the problems remain similar. And I'm glad to hear it from industry people. So thank you so much.
So yeah, no solution for you, but just the problem.
No, that's fine. As long as the problem is a pain point, that's good enough.
Okay. Hey, I was gonna, as I was listening to, I was thinking about back in my last job, I was doing release management for an iOS app. So every month you would usually have a new thread with people talking about the release. So I could see where it'd be useful to gradually build up documentation about release processes. So that way it might get updated over time, or somebody who gets it, by the time they get it, maybe a bunch of releases are already archived threads. That knowledge base though could live on. So, you can see what's important to track. Or of course, if a problem happened more than once across different releases, then maybe that's something to get surfaced.
When these discussions happen, will they happen only on Slack, or?
Well, they happen all over the place, not just Slack. I mean, there's Slack, there's in person, but Slack is the primary one.
Okay.
Because I've noticed when I've had email was used rather infrequently.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Any last points?
We have John. You have your hands up, buddy.
Yeah. I was just going to ask,
how, like, do you think Slack's thinking about this internally? And I mean, if I was Slack, like, they've got the moat here, right? They've got the software everyone's using. And so, I mean, the best thought I can think about if someone wants to come in and do this third party would be to take like screenshots and get them to a visual language model and say like, here's a screenshot, here's a screenshot. But do you think Slack might be thinking internally about this? Like, how do you come up with keeping track of this, and then, you know, ship that as a feature? And I mean, they better get on that.
I'll send this to the CTO for Slack.
But if you don't know him, if you have any insights as to how to extract that information, I think that'll be really interesting to know.
Cool. All right, awesome.
Thanks so
for
much.
the discussion.
My name is Chaoran. I'm going to talk about my side project that I've been building for the by now 6 weeks. And this project, I call it SAGE, meaning a wise person. It's an AI-powered financial advisor that puts users' privacy first. This is a product, but I'm not going to sell you this product today. Hopefully we can get some ideas circulated regarding agentic coding and also how to use local on-device models, because that's one of the major technical challenges that I'm working on. So first, a few words about myself. My name is Chaoran Yu. I'm part of, that's my day job. I'm a research engineer at a French AI startup called Minstrel AI. I work on pre-training there. Pre-training is the very first stage of building of training an LLM, as you may well know. Previously, I spent about 5 years at Apple, building data platform for Apple engineers. I've been in the industry for over a decade. My background is primarily in the data infrastructure, cloud computing, big data space. So now coming back to this project, SAGE. So the motivation of me starting this, building out this app was born out of my own frustration using personal finance tools that are already available on the market. As many of you probably are well aware, there's existing tools like Copilot Money, there's Monarch, there's used to be Mint. All of those tools, they do lots of things for you when it comes to managing money. And managing money is a complex topic. It has so many different tasks in this domain. There's budgeting, checking your net worth, monitor your credit, and also there's more complex tasks like managing your portfolio and plan for your retirement, and so much more. What I've noticed is that most of those existing tools on the market, they do a pretty good job of tracking your transactions and helping you do budgeting. But when it comes to more detailed, more flexible insights for your personal financial portfolio, it often comes in short in those tasks. You have to do lots of your own research, lots of your own additional tools that you have to use. This space is so fragmented. I found myself using many tools at the same time. It was never the case when, for example, my Monarch was sufficient for me to handle everything about my personal financial picture. It was never the case. I'm sure many of you feel the same. So that was the primary motivation. So I'm building up this app, SAGE, for myself first. I'm the very first user, and hopefully you'll find some value in there as well. So to make it more concrete, what I'm talking about regarding existing tools on the market, I attached 2 screenshots of popular tools. On the left is Monarch. On the right is a tool that lots of people use in Europe called Finery, just to showcase some geographic diversity. So you can see that they do a pretty good job of visualizing your transactions and your net worth, your portfolio composition, and you get lots of rich information. But still, it's mostly about surfacing information that's in your brokerage statements, your bank accounts, and offering those in a nice visualization. That's about it. But to get deeper insights, you don't really get that from any of those apps. There's some recent attempts from those incumbents. We can talk about those as well. But yeah, the point is that it's mostly rigid set of information that you get from these tools. And to showcase some of the questions I was not able to personally answer, this is not my portfolio, but just to give some examples. For example, I was asking myself, For example, I have this position, let's say Google, it has grown to so big of a portion of my portfolio. Should I sell some to diversify to reduce volatility, or maybe I should just let the winner keep growing? Or maybe I've held a stock that has declined so much, maybe Figma or Duolingo, or maybe in this case Airbnb, it hasn't done so well, right? Should I sell some, or should I double down and keep adding to that position? So all of those are those are questions that require a deep personal understanding of your personal situation. The same question will entail different answers depending on your personal circumstances. Let's say if you are a student drowning in student debt, student loans, or versus someone who has a multi-million-dollar portfolio, the same questions will require different answers because your net worth, your retirement goals, your personal situation really dictates like what you should act, the best practices that you should follow for these questions. And none of these questions are things that you can answer with existing tools. So to summarize, the gaps are that those existing apps on the market, they lack a holistic understanding of your complete financial picture and goals, and it doesn't offer deep insights into your portfolio, and you have to go to great lengths getting those insights from somewhere else, most likely a human financial advisor, or maybe do your own research with ChatGPT or cloud. But that route has the downside of you giving up lots of your privacy. You have to compile a whole booklet of your brokerage statements and upload them to cloud. So that's a privacy risk that many of you would not like to stomach. And furthermore, it's not convenient, right? You have to get all sorts of information, tell cloud, hey, this is my bank account, and I've been holding this for so long, and this is my personal situation, these are my goals, this is my age, please analyze. You have to prompt the cloud so much, that's not convenient either, in addition to the privacy risks. So that motivated me to start building Sage. It doesn't yet address all of the things that I wanted to build just yet, but you got the idea. The goal, the final vision, I envision this app to be a personalized AI-driven financial advisor that can enable you to do in-depth research into any asset that you have, be it stocks, crypto, or real estate, right now, I'm looking to leveraging on-device local models to ensure maximum privacy so that you don't give up anything for any AI behemoth. So now, without further ado, let me do a quick demo. This is an app that's on test flight. I'm doing beta testing. If you're interested, I can feel free to come to me and share an email. I can send you a link to test drive this app before I submit it officially to App Store. Give me a second, let me project my phone screen on the laptop. So this is the app. As you can see, it offers many of the same features that the other incumbents that I've mentioned already that they provide. I also do, because those are important. For example, there's a net worth graph. Oh, by the way, this is not my personal account. This is a demo mode that I built specifically for for events like this, so that you can see like how it looks in a real account. So it tracks users' net worth through different time periods. It offers a good view of investments and real estate that the user owns. It connects with accounts that you have. In addition to that, a common friction point I've noticed with existing tools is that, for example, if Plaid or any account aggregator does not support a particular financial institution, you're often stuck without getting the ability to include that app in your this one-stop shop. So I added the ability to add a manual account where you can add an account that's not properly supported, and you can add your position. The app will automatically calculate the value of the holding for that security or real estate. In this case, I have real estate tracking as well. So and also the tracking for assets and liabilities. So these are traditional features and the budgeting as well. But what I really want to demonstrate today, well, by the way, also I should mention that many of you probably also do credit cards. I have 20 to 30 credit cards. It's oftentimes very hard to track benefits that you have. So I built this benefits credit tracker feature so that you know how to best utilize your coupon book, like a Max Platinum card, so that you know like which credit I have used for this quarter, and so that those credits don't get wasted. So coming back to the AI features that I was talking about. So looking at this, all the assets that I own, real estate and the stocks and so on. I use currently I use an on-device model that I've experimented with many on-device models. Feel free to come talk to me with some learnings in that space. But right now I'm using Apple Foundation model that's packaged in your iPhones. So here, so it takes into account all of the information that you have in the app, and it generates an analysis for your portfolio. There's some tools that they can select. Let me refresh the page. You can see that the model is gonna search some online information, some recent news, and regarding securities that you own, and generate a concise report. For example, here you're seeing that my portfolio has good diversification. It has exposure to these index funds, and it also has a good income generation from my real estate properties in Pennsylvania Avenue, or some fake addresses, and also I should be watching out for margin call risks and so on. But you get the idea. It's this report, this analysis is rooted, is grounded on your own personal situation. Everyone's report is different, and tomorrow some news breaks out, and that materially impacts your. For example, you are heavily invested in Meta. Then tomorrow some news breaks out, and this report will be able to capture that, provide you with some updates on that, and you can also go inside a particular equity that you hold, in this case Microsoft, and also use some tools that the model, on-device model, will be able to call and generate an analysis for this particular security only, if that's what you're interested in. Similarly, we can also do analysis on real estate and cryptos and so on. So that's in a nutshell what this tool is going to do. But there's so much more that we can do, especially considering that the on-device AI is such a dynamic space. New models keep getting released week in, week out. It's really exciting. Maybe next month something new capabilities are going to emerge that will enable me to do so much more things with financial data. All of that without sacrificing a single bit of your personal privacy. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
So 2 questions. One, what's your, for me, and then other people. What's your kind of development stack right now, like the main things that you use? And then second, I think maybe go into a little bit of not why you had to use on-device models, right? But kind of what are the benefits of them, and like why are you saying that they're getting better and easier to use?
Yeah, so my major development stack is Cloud Code and using Opus 4.7. So initially, I found that Cloud was not so good with building iOS apps because it oftentimes was referring to outdated documentation. iOS frameworks kept evolving, so I had to do lots of careful prompting to make sure that we do plan mode first to research a particular iOS version and use a particular design style, things that I was looking for, and use plan mode and using multiple agents as well. So the thing with building iOS app is that if you have any experience, we should talk. But my observation is that we should strive to remove human from the iteration loop. Initially, at the very beginning, I was doing lots of iterations by cloud, modifying my code, and then I immediately test on my device. But that was really slow. So later I built my own development bench so that it can just iterate on the AI analysis quality all on its own locally on cloud code, and fire up multiple agents to test out different strategies. And only at the very end, I do an on-device testing. So that was critical for development iteration speed.